Okay, you're going to need some welding equipment. Um, you're going to have to figure out what you want to do for that. Um, my opinion, and it's just my opinion, is home building in 2012 really has gotten out of hand. I mean, you know, when you look at, I just don't understand it. People, it's almost like we've gotten to a point in society where the more money you blow on equipment, the cooler you are. Well, you know, that's completely silly. Um, you know, back in the old days, before my time, those guys had some pretty crappy equipment, and they were spinning out some of the coolest airplanes on the planet. So I'm just not sold on, you know, $100 gloves, you know, $1,000 setups. You know, I mean, my TIG machine was 2,200, and you know, I'm pretty unimpressed, quite honestly. It doesn't do much for me. I don't know. You know, I use it for different things other than airplanes, so for me it's a different situation. But for what you're trying to do, you know, focus on the budget. Focus on having fun. Focus on, you know, being that guy that is more interested in creating a really good weld than the guy that wants to be cool. You know, I see so much of that. It's almost gotten to be a joke. So, having said that, let's talk about equipment. I don't have anything fancy here. These are Hobart glasses. There's different approaches. You can use a full face mask and look like Darth Vader if that's what you want to do. If that's what you like to wear, then that's what you should do. Okay? For me, I like as lightweight and small as I can possibly get when it comes to this stuff, because, you know, when you're holding this torch, remember, of all the forms of welding, this is the most artistic. This requires some delicacy when handling the equipment. It requires that feeling and that touch. You really want to develop that habit of really feeling what you're welding. Okay, when you're dressed like Darth Vader, it makes it very difficult. Okay, when I wear these, I don't even know they're on. I mean, they're so comfortable and they work so incredibly well that it's like they don't exist. So that is one variable that's gone, right? If I had to wear this big heavy mask, now I need to deal with that crap, right? I'm not interested in that. I'm trying to get a good weld, so I want to wear something that I don't want to have to think about while I'm torching on a fuselage, right? Gloves. These are gauntlet gloves. I use these pretty much just for MIG welding. Okay, I got a Miller 185, I think it's called, wire feed MIG. Okay, generates a ton of heat. This glove is very good for that. It's not good for holding a torch. I mean, if I put this on, I mean, look at that, criminy, man, my fingers barely bend, right? Okay, now imagine trying to hold this thing and, you know, criminy, yeah, that sucks, right? Think about that artistic sense of welding, right? Now let's throw this glove on. These are just work gloves. You can literally buy those at a hardware store, okay? Less than 20 bucks. They're thin, they're leather on the palms, they feel like $1,000,000. Velcroed on tight. Look at that. Your hands, you don't even know you're wearing it. It's terrific. Okay? I hold my torch a couple different ways. Many times I hold it with 2 fingers, just like you're painting a picture, okay? If you know, if I'm welding and I'm feeding rod, okay, I'm big on the 2-finger approach, and you're right, you're just working that. Well, when you're wearing a heavy glove, that makes it pretty darn hard. When you're wearing a glove like this, it makes it easy. Sometimes I use the 3-finger approach, right? It just depends on where I'm at and what I'm doing. A glove like this makes it possible. Again, I'm eliminating the variable. I don't want to deal with a clunky glove. That's the last thing I want to think about. Okay, it does a great job of staying off the heat, so that's what I use. This is a Victor torch. Harris makes an excellent torch. I'm a firm believer that you should learn on a tough setup, something that is a little tougher. You know, the Miko Midget is a highly talked about setup, and I agree. I think it's pretty cool. I do not own one, but I can see where that would be an advantage. I think it's pretty affordable, you know, so that might be an avenue you want to take. but it produces no better weld than this. Okay, absolutely does not. It's just like flying an airplane, right? Pilot error. It's not an equipment problem. It's definitely the operator. So you just want to make sure that you create a good weld, and all torches are capable of doing that. Welding rod, RG45. This happens to be ProStar, which is a Praxair product. I'm very unimpressed with it. I will not be buying this again. So I'm going to go back to the Lincoln brand of RG45. It just seems like it's a better rod. So that's about it. So from here we're going to start, making some welds, making some mistakes, have some fun. See you on the next one.